I heard a large popping noise going on outside. Then I heard a crash. And this gigantic limb came crashing down, and it is attached to this gigantic tree right here. Now apparently, with all the major storms that we've had in the last 2 or 3 weeks, it seems to me like this tree had been weakened. It just had enough that where it came crashing down. And this is gigantic. I don't know if this film is actually showing how bad this is. A huge limb that has crashed down upon my property. So I've got this gigantic limb that has broken off this very tall tree. You can see here it did damage a lot of small trees on its way down. Okay, got a little project going on this morning. Gonna try something a little bit risky. I've got a gigantic limb that has broke off a tree, and it's still stuck up on the tree. It hadn't cracked all the way off. So I've been kind of doing some cutting around on it. And what I'm gonna try to do is hook my tractor up to it and see if I can't get it to pull down. What I need to happen is the limb to fall down on the ground. That way I won't have any trouble cutting it up at all. So let's go over here, I'll show you. All right, so there's the Kubota all fired up. Got a strap hooked up to it. And here's the limb I'm trying to take down right here. And what I've done is yesterday I kind of cut up a little bit on it. And, you know, I got a lot of the stuff that wasn't going down and really anchored to the ground. But now I think I'm stuck with this branch right here coming down to the ground. This one right here. And I've got one on the other side. Almost like a tripod situation. But you can see the tree is cracked up pretty good. It definitely needs to come down. That's a lot of good firewood too that I'll be able to use. Hey Jazz, I need to put you in the house. I need to put you up. Come on, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna go put Jazz up. Do not want any accidents like that happening. Right back. Okay, this will be my first attempt to try to bring this limb down. See if we can't do it again. Okay, I'm going to try a couple other branches, see if that doesn't work. I don't really like the way that the strap is kind of pulling right toward me on the tractor. I'm kind of getting out of the way just a little bit, got my helmet on. I'm not pulling real hard. I'm not going to like pop it real hard because I've got a feeling if that thing gets break, it'd be like a rubber band, come back and probably smack it. So let's try it again. Okay, I got more movement. I think I'm going to take my chainsaw and cut a couple of them little fork pieces that are coming down, see if I don't free it up again. It's moving, but it's still pretty strong holding on. think I'm going to try to twist it a little bit. Instead of pulling it straight, I'm going to try to twist it off like that and let it fall down one side of the tree. Let's see if that won't work. Do a little more cutting. Anytime you do something like this, it kind of gets a little frustrating. Every time you think you got it right, you got the right move, it's going to fall. Pull it that way doesn't do any good at all. Just nothing. Yeah, I think I'm going to call that lunchtime. That thing is hanging in there tough. And each time I take a little bit more off, it's getting that much more critical that it's going to fall. What's it going to do? I don't know. Probably professional tree guys know. Is it going to roll off left? Is it going to roll off right? Is it going to peel straight down? Is it going to push forward? I don't know. That's why I'm taking it nice and slow. I think I'm going to cut that limb off coming down on that far side. I think when I'm pulling it forward, that limb is wanting to drag it, and I think it's kind of holding it. I think if I can chop a little bit of that off, get it off the ground, I might do it. Every once in a while I think I hear it crack, so I guess I could just leave it the way it is and let it fall eventually, but I think I'm going to still try to drop it on the ground. Lunchtime. Progress now, a little bit more cutting. Man, it ain't want to come loose. I don't know what to say. I'll keep on trying a while longer. Might just let it go for another day. This may be it. Well, what do you think? That's a pretty good movement out of it. Still not there, though. Tough job. Tough job. I think I'm going to call it quits. It is a Sunday. Probably getting around 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I know one thing I like to do anytime I'm doing work here on the property, you know, at least by this time I like to shut all the power tools down. Because, you know, people are sitting out on their porches, you know, out on their back deck and just enjoying. I mean, it is just a beautiful, beautiful Sunday fall day. So, you know, I think I'm just going to go ahead and tackle this another day. Sit there. It'll sit there, it'll fall. It's a tough one, but I'm getting there. If you got to ever do something like this, remember, surgically remove, be real careful. When that thing lets go, it's anybody's guess where it's going to go. I'll continue this on another day. Appreciate you coming by, checking it out. Talk to you later. All right, going to make it one more attempt here. Well, I said that last time. Maybe 10 more attempts. Look out. To try to get this big limb to fall down. This has been a real pain. Been working on it pretty hard. The winds that came through did not drop it. So I've made a couple extra cuts now and gonna see if maybe it'll do it. Let's give it a shot. All right, that worked pretty good. That was probably, I don't know how many attempts. I was working on it the other day. Now came back about a week later. Worked on it again. Finally, got that big moose to drop on the ground. All right, now I'm going to just slice it up, split it up, and probably by the last of winter, start burning some of it. If it dries out pretty good, a lot of times when you split it, it dries out pretty good in the wintertime. Keep it dry with a cover. All right. Hey, I appreciate you coming to the channel. That's LAF Space Film Fest. Capital LAF Space Film Fest. Hey, hammer down that subscribe button if you would. I'm going to do a lot of cutting of firewood, a lot of chopping up of trees, a lot of stuff going on this winter. Alright, not all projects work out perfect. This one, pretty tough, a lot of maneuvers, but you'll get it. Remember, surgically remove stuff, little bit by little bit. Don't just charge in there with a chainsaw, start whacking, you'll get whacked yourself. Have a good day. Glad you came along. Talk to you on the next video. Split the wood, get it stacked, get it burnt. Winter's here.